problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. Black Lives Matter starts there.
I got a serious question. Why can't Clip people leave black people alone? What in the ever fuck do black people got to do with what the hell is going on in Israel? Why is it y'all always trying to find a way to put some shit on black people? Our president ain't even black no more. It's a white man. So what the fuck is happening? I legitimately need a white person to tell me what the fuck is y'all problem with black people. For real. Because we really don't do shit to y'all. Like, all the violent shit that you keep in your head saying that we do, we don't do that shit. Y'all do that shit. Raping, killing, murdering, y'all are the top of the food chain when it comes to all violence. Why is it that y'all is on our backs like we the ones who doing it more than y'all? Like, for real, black people just stay on repeat in your mind. And I really need to understand why. You know what?
Shalom, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, and salutations to all you sincere hearers. And this is your brother Bawan back here with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rakakwadash. And I'm going to title this video Generational Hatred because, you have this politician, I don't really know the term for the woman, but basically, one of the Israel foreign ministers, politicians, I don't really know the term to use, but they said that the major threat to Israel that they believe, because that's what they have to do. And this is really just Esau Edom declaring, right, through their words and also their actions as well. They are basically declaring war against our people, right? The Israelites, which are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. And what this is showing you by her saying these things, right? And multiple brothers have done videos on this, but I thought I want to go into it because the spirit has really hit me, but now it finally has. What this is showing you is that we are getting, or rather we are in those times. And now the signs that we are in those times and the things that we will see when we are in the time of the end is going to escalate even more and more, right? Because originally we were at what, 14x speed, 14 times the speed. Now we're going to jump to, what's 14, 28 times speed. And we're going to be keep on escalating like that from 28 times speed to 56 times speed to 102 times speed. It's going to keep on doubling and doubling and doubling and doubling up until the end, which is when our Lord Yahushua returns. You see the book of Revelation 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And this is and that's the reason why you heard that Israeli woman say what she said, the Israeli politician why she said what she said, because basically right now we saw them is trying to declare, they are vocally declaring the war that they have been waging against our people for what is it, millennia now, for over thousands of years now, right? And that's why I'm titling this video Generational Hate, right? Because the true generational hate is from, or rather, is what our people, you know, what Esau Edom has against our people. Because these devils, they never let go of their hatred. Ezekiel 35, verse 1. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the one Yahweh, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate, and I will lay thy city waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh. And what is the reason why the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushua had this much, anger against Esau Edom, right? Ezekiel 35, verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred. And that's the point right there. That's why I say generational hatred, because the hatred of our people, the hatred that Esau Edom has for our people is passed down from generation to generation. Each generation of Edomite that comes up, they show, their hatred towards Jake through their actions. And now, as things are escalating more towards the end, they are even showing it through their words as well. It's getting more and more difficult for these Edomites to hide the hatred they have against our people, which is why you had that it's like an Israeli politician say what she said. How is it that the greatest threat to the state of Israel is Jake? Not Palestine, not Hamas, not ISIS, not Iran, not Saudi Arabia, not any of these their enemies that are actively sending missiles their way, but rather, Jake, the so-called Negro in Babylon the Great, the as she said, Jake, the youth of Judah, and the reason for that being because we are the true Israelites according to the scriptures, right? And this is just the reason, plain and simple. Because what she would see, their justification will be, oh well, because of BLM, Black Lives Matter. And then they'll go on to say something, and they'll go on to say, oh, we don't need those kind of movements, empowering the so-called Palestinians, right, to try to, protest against the oppression that we are oppressing them with. That's the excuse that they'll use. They'll try to deflect and try to, change the reason why they believe so. But we all know the reason why. The elites of Esau Edom, the high level Edomites, the Israelis, the small hearts themselves that are in the land of Israel, they know they are not the people. Benjamin Netanyahu, not a Jew, he knows he's not, and he knows he's not a true Israelite. But what they are doing is that they are LARPing, right? They are pretending to be people that they are not, which is why you see them come down so heavily against any form of criticism under the disguise of, quote unquote, anti-Sem. Okay, they always come down, especially against Jake. That's why you see how hard they came down against Kanye. They didn't do that against any other person, even Alex Jones, that is constantly going in on these small hearts. They didn't do that to him. But here you have, Kanye just says a few words, and they ultimately, even Kyrie Irving, the same thing. And they're looking for different ways to deplatform him because once again, they know who Esau Edom knows who the real threat against their rulership is. And it's not, the so-called young black American man, but it is the Hebrew Israelites that are preaching this gospel. Or rather, it is the Most High Yahweh through his son Yahweh Shai. And that is who they are really scared of. That's the reason why, every single precept, every single Bible passage that tells you about when our Lord Yahushua returns, it also adds that the nations will fear and tremble. There will be weeping and mourning and gnashing of teeth, that all the nations shall be afraid, very afraid, right? Because our Lord Yahushua is coming back, as the scriptures say, to judge and make war in righteousness. Now, Ezekiel 35, verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. And we know the part the small hearts played in the oppression of our people. And I can't mention it in this video because, Esau Edom is always checking. Ezekiel 35, verse 6. Therefore, as I live, saith Adawan Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. See, thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Right, so the Most High Yahweh Bashan Yahushua is going to avenge our people. He's going to avenge our people and do unto Esau Edom, or bring his judgment upon Esau Edom because of the wickedness that they did against our people. And that's why, that's the major reason why you see that these small hearts, they are more concerned. They are, even with everything that is going on with them, they are getting bombed by the Hamas. They are basically surrounded by their enemies on every side. Like I said, Iran is on the west, right? Saudi is on the south. Palestine is in the Iran is in the east. Saudi is in the south. Palestine is in the west. And the north is basically just the river, or I think it's the Mediterranean Sea. I can't remember. But yes, they are concerned with Jake. It is halfway around the world because they understand that the ultimate threat to Esau, Edom, the small hearts, mainly the chief tribes of Amalek ruling, is still our people. They know about the brother. Really, they were talking about the men of the Lord because they know about the apostles and the elders on the highways and byways. And this showed you that ultimately, not only is the famine of the world coming very soon, but Jacob's trouble is as well. And that is what these signs are leading to. These are different pointers that are leading to the eventual, Jacob's trouble that is coming. First, it starts with just a few discussions, then legislation gets put up, right? Actions are taken against the men of the Lord, under the disguise of attacking the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. And eventually, you get the famine of the world, you get Jacob's trouble, right? Because whenever you talk about the face of anything wicked, it's always Jake that gets put there so that it makes it easier to attack our people. Because now all Jake is seen as is degenerate and wicked, you know. But that's why the scriptures did say that these devils have turned everything upside down. Let me also get this precept as well, because even with Israel and Palestine waging war against each other all the way over there, they are closest enemies that are right on their border, but they are still focused on Jake. And the reason why is because, just as you see in Psalms 83, the nations are confederate for together. The nations are joined together. And I also said this, in the videos I did on the highways as well, that you see the nations, all these heathen, they might be against each other for many things, but when it comes to oppressing Jake, they are always confederate. They are always, they all agree on that single fact to keep our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians at the bottom. Psalm 83 verse 1, a song or psalm of Asaph. Keep not thou silent, O power, hold not thy peace and be still, and be not still, O power. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. They have consulted together with one consent. They are confederates against thee. Right? Because anybody that's comes to fight against our people, right? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which are the true Israelites according to the scriptures, and even more so when you see yourself coming against the men of the Lord, or you call yourself coming against the men of the Lord, which is exactly what Esau, Edom, and all these other nations are doing, right? Because their main target isn't, just Jake. It's Jake. Of course, it's like all of our people for the most part, because they know that, the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahshua can raise his prophets, his men from among any of our people. So they are targeting, all of our people, all Israelites, all of Jake. But the major reason why they are targeting all of Jake is to get the elect, and ultimately their hatred for our people. And this includes all the other nations as well. Psalms 83 verse 6, the tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites, of Moab and the Hagarim, Gebal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines, the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They are hoping the children of Lord Selah. Right? So that shows you right there that all these nations are coming together against us because they are trying to, cut off our people from the earth, and cut off our people from the earth. But anyway, that's beside the point. The focus right now is how we as the Hebrew Israelites, we are basically the enemies of this world. And that's why you see Jake is always catching strays. Right? Whenever people always talk about, there is a war that's going on all the way on the other side of the world. West Africa is even closer to the state of Israel than Babylon the Great is. But yet the brothers that are there, because that is because even Esau knows that the Israelites, right, that are scattered in Babylon the Great, that's Judah, the head tribe, okay, and the truth came out of Babylon the Great because of the Most High. However, Shami Mashai, woke up her people from there first. So now let me just get this precept in John 15. Let me get that. That is John 15. John 15, verse 18. If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. And that's another reason why you see Esau Edom has this hatred for our people. Because the hatred for our people extends to the hatred for the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. The reason why Esau Edom hates our people, and that is why the Most High is going to avenge us, on Esau Edom. I don't know how to say that. Is it avenge Esau Edom? Or we basically just avenge Esau Edom for us. Let me just say that. Because because Esau Edom also hates the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. And we can see that by the way that he treats the laws, the statutes, and the commandments of the Most High, and the way that he treats the instructions and the word of the Most High. He did not put it to heart and did not esteem it, but as it is written, folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in a low place. In other words, they have taken the words of the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, and completely done the opposite. They have hated the words of the Most High. They hated our people. They hated the messengers of the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. And if you hate the messenger of the Most High, you hate him that sent them. So continuing on, John 15, verse 19. If you are of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Right? And we are hated by the world, okay? Especially mainly because of what we stand for and what we represent, which is everything that goes, everything that this world goes against the righteousness and the rulership of the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, as opposed to the righteousness, as opposed to the wickedness, that wickedness and rulership of Esau Edom. So John 15, verse 20. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. Yeah, so it makes sense that Esau is trying to come against us, because not Pontius Pilate, was Herod the Great, and he was first coming up. He tried to kill Elijah Hawashai, even when he was still an infant, before he could even walk or talk or even do anything against Esau's kingdom. Esau was already plotting against the Lord when he knew that he was about to be born. And it's the same thing that's happening on this side as well. Esau Edom knows that and this is proof that shows you, okay, that, let me see if I can go to that. And this is proof that shows you that Esau Edom knows that, our Lord Yahweh is coming back the second time. Because before our Lord Yahweh returns, they are trying to snuff out this truth. Let me go to that. Well, let me look for that precept where Herod was basically looking to kill our Lord Yahweh. So this is the book of Matthew 2, verse 1. Now when Yahweh was born in Bethlehem of Judea, in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east and are come to worship him. When Herod the king heard these things, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. Right, and the men of the Lord, right, are coming in the same spirit of the three wise men. We've seen the star, the signs of our Lord Yahweh coming back the second time, and we are worshipping him right now on the earth, and Esau, Edom, seeing the men of the on the highways and byways, because I believe through the spirit, just speaking as a man, the elites of Esau, they know the the apostles, they know by name even, they know the elders as well. Because you already know that the ADL, they have our records, the Anti-Defamation League, they have our records on, you can go and look it up. They have our records, they have us on FBI watch lists, but at least at least the elders and the apostles and the more, the other brothers and the apostles, they have them on FBI watch lists and everything, right? Because we are basically, the public enemy of this world, which is why once again you see these small hearts, talking about how Jake in Babylon the Great is the greatest enemy, greatest threat to Esau Edom, because we are the greatest threat to them establishing their new world order slash great reset. Matthew 2 verse 3. Now, when Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. And when he had gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he demanded of them when Hamashiach should be born. And they said unto him, in Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it is written by the prophets, and thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art thou not the least among the princes of Judah? For out of thee shall come a commander that shall rule my people Israel. Then Herod, when he had heard privily, called the wise men and inquired of them diligently what time the star appeared. And he sent them to Bethlehem and said, go and search diligently for the young child, and when ye have found him, bring me word again, that I may come and worship him also. When they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which was in the east went before them till it came and stood over where the young child was. And the long story short is that, Herod had no intention of worshiping Allah Yahweh, but started looking for him in order to put him to death, so that he would not become a ruler over our people. Because Herod and Esau, they don't understand the prophecies, right? When it says that Allah Yahushua will be a king, it didn't mean that he will be a king in the human form that he was in his first time coming on the earth, right? What it meant was that he would be a king over our people, for all eternity, a greater, kingdom and a greater crown than whatever the hell Herod, I mean, this was Herod the Second, Herod the Great, whatever the hell Herod the Great had during that time. But because these devils aren't spiritual, Herod is an Edomite, from the line of Antipater, right? Antipater the Idumean. They ultimately, this is the same thing that is happening right now. Allah Yahushua is coming back a second time, and Esau Edom is scrambling to intercept him, in order to basically to defeat him, so they can establish their kingdom. But we know that that is not going to happen, because this truth is undefeated and it cannot be defeated, which is when it says that, if this counsel, right, be of men, let me get that. So this is the book of Acts 5, verse 38. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel be or of this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if this counsel be of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh, ye cannot overthrow it, lest happily ye be found able to fight against the Most High. And these devils, it's not them is already puffed up in that pride in thinking that they actually can fight against the Most High. But we will see how that goes down. We already know what's going to happen. But through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, and Lord willing, we'll be a part of that number to see, the destruction of Esau Edom from the chariots. So with that, I'll end the video right there once again. All praises, honor and glory unto Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, Basham Raka Kwada Shua Abad Baba Shalom.